everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here for another episode of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Let's get right to the questions today. We got no time to waste. Okay, question number one. If the auto pen was running the presidency, what was Biden doing? You know what I think Biden was doing he's doing a lot of sleeping. Sleepy Joe is the name that President Trump gave him. And actually what's funny is President Trump the other day was talking about the one thing he was envious of that Joe Biden could do that he couldn't do. He said, you know what's amazing? He could just walk out there on the beach, sit down, and a minute later, the guy's out like a light. He said, I could never do that. First of all, the optics of a president like going and laying out on a beach, bad enough. But the guy's like fully asleep out there. So I assume there was a lot of sleeping going on. I assume there was, very lengthy lunches, breakfasts, that sort of thing happening. I don't know. I don't know what the heck was going on at that White House. But the real question is, who was in control of the auto pen? Because whoever's in control of the auto pen is the person who you could argue is in control of the presidency. And that's actually terrifying because no one voted for that person. I mean, I got questions about who actually voted for Joe Biden, but I digress. We won't get into all of that right now. But that is not something that should have ever happened in America. So President Trump said, I don't know, maybe a lot of the things that happened with that auto pen are null and void, like the pardons, which I think a lot of people probably agree with. Very interesting times, very interesting stuff coming out. I think there's a lot more to come out, and I think we're just going to have to stay tuned for that. But it's anybody's guess what Joe Biden was doing. You know, having a nice little snooze is definitely in the probably happened column. So I'm going to go with that. Next question. When's the gender reveal of Tiffany's baby? Oh, I know what it is. Does everyone not know? I won't spoil it here today. I don't know, maybe when the baby's born. I guess then everyone will find out. If she hasn't said anything thus far, you're probably just going to have to wait. We do have a nice little baby shower coming up for Tiffany very soon. We're very excited. First baby's it's a big move. That's a big one. You know, to go from 0 to 1, nothing changes your life quite like having a baby. Nothing greater in the whole world, but nothing changes your life like that. And so we're very happy for Tiffany and her husband, Michael. More babies are good. President Trump is pro babies. Everybody knows that. So more babies in our family is a good thing. But Carolina is about to lose her spot as the youngest grandchild in the family. So I don't know if she's ready for that or not. I think she's good. She thinks she's grown now. She might as well be 25. But yeah, it's an exciting time. But I'm not telling you what the gender is here. Forget it. Trying to trick me. Okay, next question. Will you be making an appearance at an NC State football game this upcoming season? You know what? Nothing would make me happier. I love college football. I actually like college football a lot more than NFL. You know, it's fun. We went to a Dolphins game this past season, which was a really fun time. The kids had a blast. Our son is super into football, loves the Dolphins, closest team physically to us right now in Florida. So he's a big Dolphins fan. But you know what? Nothing is like the heart that you get when you watch a college football game. And to physically be there at a college football game, gosh, nothing's better. And I actually am trying to remember right now the last time I even went to a college football game. Growing up, we went to some Purdue games. That's where my dad played. He was a linebacker for the Purdue team, by the way, who won the national championship at the Rose Bowl against USC when my dad played for Purdue. Just throwing that out there. But I don't know. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to just put it out in the universe. Yeah, I want to come to an NC State game this season. I got to look at the schedule and see what home games are happening because you want to go to one of those big rivalry games. And hopefully we have a good team this season. There were some interesting moments last year. I'll never forget watching. I watched with my son, Luke, who also is a big college football fan. I watched the NC State Carolina game last year. And if anyone remembers that one, wow, that was an amazing game and a good one for NC State. So we like that. So yeah, let's make it happen. We'll see. Hey everybody, Lara Trump here. Imagine you or your loved ones facing a threat. your instinct might be to use lethal force, but considering a safer and less lethal alternative first avoids legal complications associated with firearms. As a gun owner, I advocate for having options, and Byrna is a leading choice in less lethal self-defense. Proudly assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Byrna's less lethal pistol launcher, loaded with tear gas and kinetic ammunition, can incapacitate an attacker for up to 40 minutes. This gives you plenty of time to escape or seek help while minimizing the chances of permanent harm. Byrna isn't just about averting tragedy. It actively saves lives without the repercussions of lethal force. Legal in all 50 states and requiring no background checks, Byrna has sold over 500,000 units, and it can be shipped directly to your door. After personally testing the Byrna pistol, I was honestly impressed by its power and its total ease of use, prompting me to purchase units for my own family and friends. Visit Byrna.com/Lara for 10% off my specially curated bundles. That's BYRNA.com/LARA. Stay safe, America. MyPillow is excited to announce that they're extending the mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. This is your chance to grab some incredible deals on some of MyPillow's most popular and newly released items. For example, you can save $40 on the new spring MyPillow bed sheets, available in any size and any color. These luxurious sheets are designed for maximum comfort and breathability, perfect for a great night's sleep. Looking for a meaningful gift? You can save 30% on the brand new My Crosses, inspired by the one Mike has worn every day over the last 20 years. These beautifully crafted crosses come in both men's and women's designs and are proudly made in the USA. Get the 6-piece bath or kitchen towel set for just $29.98. Initial quantities are extremely limited, so don't wait. And don't forget about the best-selling standard MyPillow, now just $14.98. Plus, orders over $75 ship free. Go to MyPillow.com and use promo code TRUMP or call 800-624-3945 to order now. Next question. Have you ever been to Destin, Florida and rented a boat and been to Crab Island? I'm going to say no, I don't think so. Destin, have I ever been there? I don't think so. So maybe this is on the to-do list. We could put this one in that category. Crab Island sounds like a good time, though. I'm assuming it's one of the little barrier islands around. You know, I grew up in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, and we have our own kind of version of these little barrier islands. Wrightsville Beach is a barrier island itself, but then there are these kind of smaller ones that you can only get to if you are on a boat. And growing up, we had a little John boat that my parents were, God, I think back to what they let my brother and I do, kind of crazy. We were just able to take a John boat out. I'm going to say when I was like 9 or 10 years old with like no adult with us, and they trusted us. It's a different era. But we would go around to these little islands and have the best time. I mean, like, this is before everybody had a phone. We actually had, you know what my parents made us take? We would take one of those big clunky, look like a brick cell phones for like the first version that anyone ever had. And we had it in a giant Ziploc bag that we kept in the boat with us if we ever got in trouble. And you know what? One time we actually needed to call because we could not get the boat started. It was like one of those engines, you got to pull. And we flooded the motor. The thing wouldn't start. The sun was setting. It was getting cold. This was in like November. My cousin Victoria and I got caught on one of these islands. So maybe like Crab Island a little bit. Maybe I've gotten a little taste of what goes on at Crab Island. But no, I've never been there. So I got to do that. Okay. Final question. Do your children know Elon's son? Yeah. I mean, we've all been around together. We've been at Thanksgiving together. We've been a lot of times at Mar-a-Lago, and, everybody's there together. His son's a little bit younger and oddly enough, a little bit like shy when it comes to new people. Every kid is bigger kids. My kids are a little older than his. And so, yeah, we've all kind of been together in the same place at the same time, but they don't hang out on the regular. But that's all right. Maybe sometime in the future. The good thing about kids is that I feel like the older they get, the more range they have of who they get to hang out with. So, we go for a week. This is our spring break week. We go to Colorado skiing with some of our best friends, and they bring their kids, and it's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those are the age ranges of everybody. My kids are the 5 and 7-year-olds. Theirs are the 4 and 6. But everybody can hang out and have a fun time and play together. So X is getting up there. I don't know, maybe another year or so, everybody can hang out together. I'll report back on that. All right. Great questions today. Thanks for sending them in. That's going to do it for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Make sure you send us more like that. I like these. We covered a lot of ground. Crab Island. That's kind of cool. You can, of course, post under this episode. You can put your questions under any of our social media postings. And until next time, we'll see you back here for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.